What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Good to see you today on SBA Show. Like and subscribe. Click that notification button so that when I get information out, you can get information in. We talk about SBA, PPP, Eidl loans, and grants for small businesses. I know your time is valuable, so let's get right to it. Let's go to, first of all, is there going to be an Eidl map policy removal this week? Well, the only information we really have on that is from this gentleman right here, Daryl J. Madden. He is the senior advisor of the administrator of the SBA. He advises Guzman. And we did have that little round of little clip this week where Robert Dunham had spoken to him and he asked, when can we expect low-income IRS definitions to be removed in targeted Eidl? And Daryl Madden said, we are working on it. Stay tuned. Okay. There's a little bit of good information that hopefully the Eidl map could be removed. Or are they working on it really? Well, we're staying tuned. All right, part two. Are caseworkers starting to get involved in your applications? They are if you are contacting your congressman. Your congressmen are starting to get involved in casework. Let's first of all go over this Reddit thread that we have just had last week, a couple days ago. My congressional office told me that Congress is getting a caucus together to address the SBA lack of information. My Congress office just called me and told me they are going to follow up with the SBA again about my status. They advise that the SBA are not returning replies to several congressional office inquiries. So some members of Congress are getting a caucus together to address this with the head of the SBA. They're over this too, apparently. Hope it makes sense and make some changes. We saw in the red up there said unconfirmed information. However, we have noticed that congressional officers are starting to get involved. We saw that as well with the O'Halloran from Arizona had followed us up with this. So what he was talking about here, he was talking about getting a gentleman who had been denied, helping him get his loan as he was supposed to in the beginning. So Congress is getting involved. So if you would contact your congressman, quickly I will show you how to do that. It's very important that you do this if you haven't, and because you got to exhaust all your options in order to get this thing done. So you go into congress.gov. Over here you'll see contact your member there. I'm going to type in Tampa, Florida. It comes up right there. You click and up pops your representatives. You would find the representatives in your district. Here's mine, Kathy Castor, right there. She shows me right there, Kathy Castor. She is up here. Up there is Gus Bilrakis. If I was in St. Pete, it'd be Charlie Crist. So here I would contact Kathy Castor, and I would call her office and say, excuse me, Kathy, but I need your help in getting the SBA's attention. Can you help me with my Eidl loan and grant? They are there for you there. It is in a more individual basis, and they can contact the SBA on your behalf. I would really push people doing this who are having problems getting their loans or having denials left and right. Contact your congressman. We have seen a very high success rate in this area. Hope that helps. If you contact your congressman in your district, you have a much better chance of getting your application put in front of the SBA sooner if you are in need. Part three is the appeals process. The appeals process is coming back for Eidl grants to be appealed. We've never had a process for Eidl grants to be appealed. This is different. So the SBA, let me go ahead and get my face out of there. The SBA is letting applicants appeal grant denials, request award reconsiderations, and seek supplemental funding. They're going to start sending out the new letters for those new businesses on August 2nd to the 16th. It looks like they're giving you 2 weeks to handle this. So it does look like it has an end date. Entities that received less funding than they anticipated can apply for reconsideration on their grant amount August 4th through the 8th. So that's if you had, say you were a business and you got $1,000 for your employer or your employee, or $2,000 for having 2 employees. If you had less than the $10,000, you can also reapply for reconsideration on August 4th to the 18th. Now, will they take away any restrictions there? Will the Eidl policy map be removed or the 30% loss be removed? We don't know yet. But we do know that starting August 4th, if any new implementations of that such thing take place, it will be very, very, very good news for you. The SBA just got a report card for themselves. They are getting a FITERA report card, which is a federal government agency that is supposed to grade federal government agencies. How do you go about grading yourself? That's my question. And how did they go about getting an A+? That's my other question.
Of agency implementation of the Federal Information Technology Acquisition Reform Act, in addition to other critical IT laws incorporated into the biannual FITERA scorecard. The scorecard holds agencies accountable for improving their IT postures. In practice, the scorecard is a tool for Congress and the public to ensure better cybersecurity, reduce wasteful spending, and make government service to the nation more effective.
Now, how are we supposed to believe this scorecard if the SBA is getting an A+ right now? When you don't get 95% of the loans out there granted, and you're only getting a 5%, in my book, that was an F. How did they get an A+? I'm going to show you how they gave themselves an A+. And it's concerning because when you're giving yourself your own grade, there's a problem with that. Hey, kid, how'd you do in your test today? Well, Dad, I got 5 out of 100 right. I'm going to give myself an A+. Of course you are. So here's where the SBA is going around green screening the media and telling America that we are doing an amazing job, and it's a very dangerous place to be if you're a small business owner. I'm going to read up here. It says, despite the fact that it's been, this is Isabel Guzman talking here. Despite the fact that it's been an extremely challenging year for small businesses, the SBA is proud to announce that our nation's entrepreneurs use their trademark ingenuity, grit, and determination to record a record amount of contracts, $145.7 billion with federal government, thanks to the support of countless dedicated government professionals, and the federal government exceeded its small business contracting goal for fiscal year of 20 with a $13 billion increase from the previous fiscal year, said Elizabeth Guzman. So that's how they gave themselves an A+. And if they really think that they had an A+ year, guys, we're in trouble. It would really suck to have a coach of a team telling you guys you're doing great, hang in there, keep going, and you're getting your butts kicked 95-5. That's not an A+. I think this government needs more independent graders on this situation, such as small business owners themselves, not handpicked small business owners, but small business owners that are really in the mix of it all, in the losing end of the game and the losing end of the stick here. Because with this, guys, I can already see Chuck Schumer out there showboating saying, hey, we're doing a great job. Or Chuck Schumer sending Elizabeth Guzman the next go-to. Go here next. Go to this. We got a location over for you to go over here where we did something well. Or we got a location over here where things are going great. Go here and showboat. Go here and showboat. And they're trying to give the impression to the public and to the media out there that things are going great, that they're doing a fantastic job with everything. And if you ask the majority of the small businesses out there, the SBA is failing miserably. But I have a funny story. I guess it wouldn't be funny. It's kind of, okay, here. A lot of you are going to understand what I'm talking about. When I was younger, we had paper report cards. Literally, the teacher would write your report card down or type it into a note as far as math, algebra, science, English, and you would bring this home to your parents. Then your parents would open up this envelope and look at your report card. Well, sometimes I did really bad in school, so I would open up the report card before I brought it home to my parents, and I would change the grades. Like I could make a F look like an A. So that's what I would do. I would take the F and make it look like an A so that when my mom and dad saw it, it'd be like, hey, you did a great job. So that's kind of what the media is doing. Like, say we were to give the SBA a report card or Chuck Schumer a report card, and we'd say, hey, Chucky, you're failing. You got an F. Here, go give this to the media. And Chuck Schumer gets it, and he looks at it and says, oh, okay, well, let me change that F to an A. It's kind of like that, but only in a more hurtful way. And for a final note out there, I just wanted to bring to you guys, if you haven't heard, girls, if you haven't heard about the SBA opening of the Paycheck Protection Program Forgiveness Portal, what they're doing is they are allowing those of you in on an early stage to apply for forgiveness through the direct portal here. And I'll leave a link down below to this as well. If you click on the portal, what it's going to end up doing is taking you to a page that looks like this. And it's basically saying, look, it's in beta stage. If you've gotten a loan below $150,000, you will be able to get full forgiveness here. And then they're going to ask you to register right here to be part of the forgiveness program. Here's the direct forgiveness program guide if you would like to go ahead and read over it. So it's a guide through the portal. Usually it was pretty simple to get your forgiveness. The first round was very simple. We'll find out if the second round is as easy now that it's in the SBA's hands. I don't know. It's going to be close. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that was number one, the policy map. We went over that. Hopefully they can get rid of that. Number two, congressional caseworkers. Now, call your congressman if you haven't yet, and you're still going through this process. Call your congressman. I really encourage that. We've seen the success rate, so I can encourage that. Number three, we went over the Eidl grant appeals to be coming out. If you've already gotten one and you only got $1,000 or under $10,000, be looking for something coming up around August 4th. And then the SBA's report card, of course, they're reporting their report card. They got an A+. Let's all give them a great big whatever. PPP Forgiveness Portal as well coming out there. So there's the 5 topics that we've hit on today. I ask that you like, subscribe, and somebody say, hey, I want my 10K. My head is really big. Somebody, give it to me. Somebody, give it to me. Somebody, yeah. Somebody say, hey.